welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Bluetti AC300. Bluetti reached out to me and they wanted to know if I wanted to do some beta testing for them. And since I've already been powering my van for the last 2 years using the Bluetti, I was super excited to get to collaborate with Bluetti. So we got to talking back and forth through email, and I mentioned that my sister had the Bluetti AC300, so they sent me 2 PV350 solar panels to try out. The PV350 solar panels are portable solar panels. They weigh about 30 pounds. They are 350 watt monocrystalline solar panels that they fold down to, I think, 35 inches by 24 by 2.5. So they're pretty portable. So let's talk about the Bluetti AC300. My sister purchased it as backup power for her ambulance since I've had such good luck with my AC200. I've been using the Bluetti AC200 in my van for 2 years. I wired it to my fuse panel, all my AC components, and it has worked perfectly. I did do several videos on connecting your fuse panel, your AC outlets. I've done those videos before. I'm gonna link those again, so we're not gonna include that on this video, but it's working perfectly, and that's why I like these units. There's a lot of people that build out vans and they're not comfortable doing their wiring. They can't afford $100, $150 an hour to hire an electrician to do it. This is a perfect way to power your cabin, your RV, your boat, emergency backup system at your house, in your garage, or in your van. I've done several van builds and I've used the AC200P. Now that the AC300 has come out, obviously this is the way to go. The AC200 is perfect if you're running LEDs, vent fans, refrigerators, DC refrigerators, some outlets. But if you want to have an AC unit, a split air unit, you want that extra power, this is the way to go. The Bluetti AC300 is not a battery. You have to get the B300 with it. The B300 is a 3,072 watt-hour battery. The Bluetti AC300 is designed to plug 4 of these B300s into it. So if you do want to do a van and you don't know if you want an AC unit, split air unit, a heater, then just get one of these batteries. It'll power all your needs. But down the road, if you think, man, I wish I would have, then you can get another one of these and that will give you over 6,000 watt hours of battery. If you've got a schoolie and you've got a massive unit, you've got an electric hot water heater, and you need more power, you can get up to 12,288 watt hours of power from this system. And when you go to charge this, there's multiple, like 6 ways to charge it. Now, you can plug in 2,000 watts of solar here. It's got 2 connectors, 2 inverters, so that you can charge up to 2,000 watts of solar. But that's not all. You can plug this in to shore power, AC power, and charge it with solar and AC simultaneously up to 5,000 and something watts. You can charge it off a lead acid battery. You can charge it off of a gas generator. You can charge it off your car while you're driving. One of the things that we noticed when we first plugged this in and started charging it is it kept tripping the system. It kept shutting down. My sister had it plugged into her garage, and this was too much for her system. At the campground, several times, it kept tripping the system when she had the ambulance and that plugged in at the same time. So Bluetti, you can get the passcode and you can change this system. You can go into the settings and you can change it. So that's what we did. We got the passcode, and let me show you how you change your amperage on this system. All right, so what you're going to do to change your input is go to settings, go to the next one. You're looking for your max grid input current. So you hit this, and you have to, it says please make sure that your silent mode is turned off. So we're going to go back, and silent mode is on, so we're going to turn that off, and then we're going to go in there. We're going to go to advanced setting, go to and enter your passcode and hit OK. Accept that responsibility. So I'm going to go to user defined, and I'm going to switch that to 12 amps. Hit OK, and you can see that it switched from 15 amps to 12 amps. So that's how you change that current, and hopefully her circuit at home will quit tripping, and the one here at the campground. It's got the touch screen just like mine, but this one is Bluetooth. That's the #1 thing that I wished my battery, my AC200 had. I have to go to the back of my van to see how much power I've got left in my unit. So every morning I wake up and check and see how my system's doing. This has got a Bluetooth on your phone, so you can check all the specifications whenever you want. Now, a lot of people say, well, what if this fails you? And I agree with that. But just like your phone, these LCD screens are really durable. They're made to hold up. So I've had mine for 2 years. I've had no problem with this. If this did shut down, you've got the Bluetooth with your phone. It's just an awesome unit. But let me show you what it offers. The aviator port, which I love on my AC200, the reason why I love the aviator port as opposed to the DC cigarette lighter port is this is secure. You're not going to bump this loose. Your kids aren't going to bump it loose and unplug your refrigerator and rot all your food. This is a secure connection. It's a 2-pin. This one's a screw unit. The aviator port for the AC200, the 200P, does not work with this. This is a different pin, so make sure you get the right pin. The cigarette lighter port, I always find that these can vibrate loose, especially if you're using it in your vehicle. If you're using it at home, not a worry, not a worry. It's a fine connection. So the aviator part of it, 12 volt, 30 amps. The cigarette lighter port up here, 24 volts, 10 amp. And then the B300 has the 12 volt, 10 amp. Now, you've got 6 20 amp AC ports, which you all know. I just use one. I plug it into a surge protector, so you've got extra protection. And this is the beast, 30 amp. This is a 30 amp port. So my sister has a window unit, so it will go in here with no problem. Now, since she just has the one battery, she's limited on how long she could run it, but it will run it. And on a hot day, when the sun's shining, you're pulling, you know, about as much as what you're using. It's got your normal USB-C, your USB ports, and then on the side, it's got, like I said, it's got solid connections. I'm really impressed with the connections here. This is a solid connection. Again, you can plug up to 4 batteries to that. Now, the one thing with this unit is the AC brick for charging it. It's big, just like the other systems. Not a deal breaker, but just be aware that it's another one of those big units. 3,000 watt with a 6,000 watt surge. I don't even have anything that would surge that big. It's just a beast. As you can tell, I'm a huge fan of Bluetti. There has been some glitches, I know, mostly with the 200P. I've never had, the ones that I've worked with, I've never had any issues with them. My AC200, I haven't had any issues with them. It's just a beast of a unit, but it's heavy, I will say. It's a heavy unit. This is stationary. My sister does not move these. The good thing is if you do have a problem, and it's just the battery, you can send them separately. And if so, you gotta like that system. So anyway, I'm a super big fan of this setup, of this system. Super happy that Bluetti reached out to me to test the panels, which are working perfectly. I love them. I've got another set that is so heavy, and I don't have a place in my van for them. I was super excited to see that these fit perfectly in my van. So anyway, check out my videos on how to connect these to run your 12-volt panel and hook up your AC system. And this thing, 2 thumbs up. All right, guys, thanks for following along. We'll see you guys on the next video.